Hey, Roman here, welcome back to Viper Bytes. Today's video is a little bit different from our typical format. It's a little bit of a longer video, and it's a showcase of the Viper's ILS capabilities. So, today we're going to be shooting an ILS localized approach into runway 21 left. It's the X-ray approach. This chart is produced by the 476, and it is a real-world chart that's been corrected for DCS World magnetic variation. So we're going to go ahead and shoot this approach. It's fairly straightforward. We basically just need to follow our course of 209er and try not to bust any minimum altitudes. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is get our Viper ready for the ILS approach. On the ICP, we're going to hit button 1, and we're going to dial in our TACAN Fernellis. It is 1, 2, hit enter. It's in the X-ray band. We see the beacon is LSV, that is the Nellis beacon. We're going to go Doppler right sequence to transmit receive. This will give us steering and range indication. Doppler down again. I'm going to set up my frequency. It is 109er10. Enter. And I'm going to go Doppler down again and set up my course. The course is going to be 209er. Enter. Next, I'm going to turn off my TACAN sound and I'm going to turn down the ILS because I don't want to listen to that. I'm going to look down at my HSI, cycle the mode. We're going to see PLS nav, TACAN, PLS, TACAN. This is the mode we want. I want to turn up the brightness, so I'm going to click on that button and scroll. We see the course is already set in, and we now see our DME. We are 30.7. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the autopilot off. And I'm going to dial in our altimeter setting of 3004. Because the clouds go down to about 200 feet AGL, we definitely want to make sure we have the right altimeter setting. Okay, that's pretty much it. Our jet is set up and we are ready to go. Okay, so the first thing that we will need to notice here is that on the HSI, we are right of course line. So we need to angle our jet to intercept the course. And our first approach fix is Chris. It's at 21 DME. We need to be at or above 8,900. So I'm now going to come left. I'm going to set a intercept. And I'm going to stay at or above 8,900. Or do my best to. Okay, the needle's starting to move, so I'm going to go ahead and shallow out this. I'm going to start bringing it back right, and I may have been a little bit slow on the draw here. I'm going to bring the power back, go into flight idle. So we're at 19 DME, so that was an overshoot. So I'm now going to keep coming back. I'm going to set another correction back to the right, and this time I'm going to set a lower angle for the correction. We can see on the ADI that the glide slope flag is out. That means we do not have glide slope symbology yet. So we're just going to fly our approach fixes on our chart. Okay, that's about a 15-degree correction. The needle's starting to come back, so we're going to start turning into it. Get down to about a 5-degree correction. 15 DME. I'm going to throw the boards out, start slowing down here, because we are way high. Okay. We're on course. Now our next fix is sheet 13.2 DME at or above 5,000. We've got 4,500 feet to work with here, so I'm not too worried about busting my minimum altitude. We're going to come down into the clouds now. Needle's coming back over. I'm going to come back right on my course. 7,000. We're at 12 DME. The next fix will be ROTC at 7,200. We should, okay, we have glide slope indication now. can see we can't see anything. We are IFR at this time. You can see on the VVI we've got a 3,000 plus rate of descent. That's okay. A little bit right, of course. We're going to angle back to the left. Altitude. Boards are coming in. And I'm going to start pitching up to lower that rate of descent. You can see the needles are making a good cross there. We are right, of course. Starting to get a little bit below the glide slope. At this rate, we're in the slow flight configuration. Gear are coming down. It's going to be pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Okay, left, of course. We've got 1,500 feet to work with on the radar altimeter. We just keep coming down. We are below glide slope, adding a little bit of power. Bringing the nose up. Gonna start working on my AOA as well. On course, coming back to 2-1. It's kind of like juggling. Just gotta try and be on airspeed, on course, on glide slope. I'm consistently below glide slope here. I'm gonna pull back a little bit. Okay, glide slope starting to look better. We just need to come left for lineup. Add a little power. Looking at that ADI, we've got a good cross. That is good. Above glide slope now. 3.6 DME, we're getting close. We don't want to chase the needles around like this. We want to just kind of stay stabilized. $700 feet, 600 feet below glide slope. Add a little power. 2.4 DME. We're getting close now. Kind of lost it at the end here. 400 feet to work with, adding more power now. Starting to come through the clouds. Below glide slope. On course though. Okay, I've paused the video here so we can talk about what you've just seen and what you're about to see. You probably noticed that the later part of the approach was increasingly unstable. I'm not on AOA, and I'm chasing the needles. Moreover, my corrections are not very good. Right now I'm left of course, and I'm still headed left of course. So, as I break through the clouds here, I'm going to see the runway, and I see that I'm left of the runway, but I think that I can make it for lineup. I know the runway's 10,000 feet long, and so rather than shooting a missed approach, I make the decision to commit to landing. This was probably a pretty poor decision, and it probably contributes to me putting the aircraft in an unsafe situation. I nearly max out my AOA at 15 degrees, and you hear the stall warning start to hit. This contributes to me landing the aircraft on the deck pretty hard, uncoordinated, and all around it's really ugly at the end here. So I guess the lesson to be learned from this is if you come out of the ILS approach, you make visual contact with the runway and you're not lined up and you're not ready to land, you probably need to go ahead and shoot a missed approach. Okay, back to the ending. Okay, we've got enough distance we can work with it. We're going to come back right and fly it visually in for a landing.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, as you can see, that was not a pretty landing. Hopefully you'll be able to learn from my mistakes, and I hope this video is beneficial to you. With the Viper being early access right now with many partially implemented systems, I'm glad to see that ILS is functioning properly. This was fairly challenging, so I'd recommend you guys go try it out. If you haven't already, it's definitely a lot of fun. I've read through your comments, and I'll be working on more short videos to focus on performance data, systems, and procedures. I look forward to doing a proper tutorial series as the Viper becomes more systems rich. And also down the road, I'll be implementing more long-form videos and short videos. Hey, do you want more no-nonsense Viper content without rambling 25-minute long videos? Do you think my videos are worth your time? Help us out by liking, commenting, or subscribing. We appreciate it. I'm Roman, and thanks for watching Basic to Final.